Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Jacqueline Durand of Clan Venture.
Hi, I'm Mischievous Red. I'm playing Isabella Caputo of Clan Toreador.
Good evening. I am Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
I'm Hirian, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
I am Timberbrad 411, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hikata.
And when we were last with this coterie, there was quite a number of things that went on. There was Jackie meeting with Cedric, later with Dredd. Coterie had a brief meeting to discuss what to do about Roscoe's shop being set on fire. Jenny tried to save Isabella from herself, but Toreador. Enough said. Nicholas found out Sylvester is not Sylvester. I think those cover some of the big events of last episode. But where we're opening up tonight, it's the grand opening of a brand new goth club inside the loop. Eternal Night. Isabella has been advertising it, finally got it opened up to fanfare. And as we're opening up, Isabella, you're wandering the club as its doors have been open. It's packed, but it's an opening night. Of course it's going to be packed. As you're wandering around, you know Jackie's supposed to come later. You don't see her there yet. Nicholas has said he'll pop in. Sovereign does appear and approach you right off the bat. Ah, Miss Caputo.
So good to see you.
Feeling is mutual. I'm glad to see that we've got this underway.
All thanks to your help.
Well, hopefully it is a profitable venture for both of us. I see it is quite packed tonight. And the question will be how packed it is in a week and in a month from now. That is always the key.
Oh, it will be. Don't worry.
It is a little dark for my personal tastes.
It's all the rage now. People like, there's always a subculture around. This is one of the popular ones now.
Yes, goth. Heard it described to me and never been in one of these. It seems unique. Hopefully, doesn't draw too much attention to our kind. We'll see.
I think if it would be the fake way that all the other goth clubs do. They all pretend to have vampires and people sucking blood and with like the fake vampire teeth. Again, all the rage with a subculture sometimes.
I've heard of that, but never seen it. You say people actually get fake fangs? So odd, so odd. Well, I won't keep you. I am attracting too much of attention. I am not apparently the kind of clientele they're used to seeing. I heard someone refer to me as Mr. Moneybags as I came through.
I would spin it as dark academia.
Well, I've heard people talk like that, and that's normally a sign to leave before someone tries to steal my wallet.
That's valid if you're concerned.
Well, I wish you successful business.
Means successful business for you as well.
And as he turns to leave, you notice he does elect a lot of stares from the crowd, because not only is he not goth, he is obviously a weaselly bookworm bureaucrat, and people can obviously tell this. And he leaves the place as you're wandering around. So who is going to be the first to arrive?
I think Nicholas will be, because Jackie's right now at Elysia.
Yeah, I imagine Nicholas would have brought Matthew along for like a show of solidarity, but also just like an excuse to get out.
And Matthew's in full goth attire. And that's how Nicholas is always dressed, but Matthew doesn't always dress that way.
Yeah, Nicholas is definitely more or dressed more relaxed than normal, but definitely fits in.
His relaxed is still all black. Of course, you see him come in, Isabella.
It's probably more like, even for a group that has people that can be off-putting at times, he is obvious predator, so people will probably part ways when he shows up.
A good number do. There do seem to be a couple that seem to follow you because they seem to like that, but most of the people just kind of avoid you. You open pockets as you walk around.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I just imagine, like, as Nicholas is coming in, he's absolutely once again like doing that half Baron Zemo from Winter Soldier, just kind of like nodding his head to the music and stuff. Just yeah, it's very off-putting for anybody from the coterie who sees Nicholas never do things like this.
Isabella will walk up to you and be like, Nick, you seem to be enjoying yourself.
This definitely seems more my taste, I suppose.
Well, I'm glad you were able to help me with some of the decorating. I went a bit over the top with some of the things we discussed, but I felt it suited the environment better. But you
No,
were a huge help.
you did more than I could have imagined with what limited suggestions I am able to provide.
And she'll turn to Matthew. How are you doing, Matthew? It's been a little bit.
I'm doing all right. I've recovered from that little incident, and I'm just trying to keep him out of trouble.
And how's that going?
He's been a right pain in the ass ever since he turn the necklace over.
Mm.
And immediately as Matthew says it, immediately Nicholas will cut eyes over to him, and not so much as a like you're in trouble, but like fuck.
I don't think Isabella knew that, did she?
No, he
No
hadn't
one
told
knows.
anybody.
That's surprising, Nicholas.
Wait, you didn't tell him?
At that, Jackie walks up because she sees them conversing as she comes in and says, "Tell us what?"
I'm already in trouble. I'm gonna go get a drink.
It's good to see you, Matthew.
It's good to see. I'll be. Do you need a drink? Either of you? Any
I
of
would
you?
love one.
Isabella probably already has one on her hand.
Bloody Mary.
Oh, no, I will take
Come on,
it.
it's a goth club. Bloody Mary, right?
Fine, fine, fine. I don't like vodka, but sure.
Like
And-
drinking hot sauce. I don't like that
Tell
either.
them an extra splash of hot sauce.
Will do. And he scurries away, cutting eyes back at Nicholas.
And at that point, Nicholas is slightly more staring daggers as he's walking away. Like obviously it's one of those things that he's not mad, but it's just not how he wanted to have this conversation. It seemed prudent to take action. I went and visited the madam by myself.
You should explain the full story with this, Nicholas, and what you did when you saw the madam.
Yes, you told us you went to see her.
You know, it'd be much better for you if you told Jackie rather than if I told Jackie. And I will tell Jackie if you don't.
While I'm here, he might as well spill.
I'm slightly confused as to it seemed prudent to take action. My sister is no longer with me.
You gave the necklace to her.
I resourced numerous opinions on the matter and felt the best immediate action was she's becoming less my sister.
I understand. I am sorry if I upset you that evening I told you that she was dangerous to us all.
That's something that hasn't really changed since childhood. She would often terrorize boys who picked on me. It just seems that things got worse when all she had was her emotion.
I can't imagine that existence.
With any luck, she will return at some point.
Well, let us hope. Hopefully a little
I'm-
calmer.
For all of our sake, I can't imagine she'll be particularly thrilled with me when she returns.
Have you not heard her thoughts on it yet? Have you not seen her since then, or even when you left her, heard what she thinks?
I made my decision. That wasn't my sister anymore. to try and save what little is left of her, I did what seemed necessary. Let's just say she won't be back until she's learned to calm herself. But I've been given assurances by the madam that she will not be subjugated like her other friends. But she will be taught respect and control.
It concerns me what the madam has at her disposal now compared to what she's had in the past.
Oh, I suppose that's other so it was the madam who sent the forces that dealt with Sylvester.
Yes, I figured as much. I figured as much. I do not believe we should consider her an ally. At best, a minor association that could turn either way if we are not careful.
I mean, now we have someone on the inside, though. Should the need arise.
That's not how that works.
No, that's not how that works at all.
I mean, you said you'd be able to talk to Izzy later. Izzy might see things there. Could she not tell us?
Depends. She may not be able to tell us.
Better than nothing.
I was given assurances that she would be allowed to visit, but considering Sylvester spilling secrets and running his mouth is what got him killed, I imagine it might be in her best interest not to share things.
Honestly, I am of the opinion with that one, the less I know, the better off I am.
I learned enough to know that she may not be an ally, but I definitely not want her as an enemy.
Exactly. It's best to just stay out of her business. That is exactly my opinion on it. I understand why you did what you did. Given the circumstances, it was probably the best option. If anyone can teach your sister how to control herself, it may be the madam. Well, enough dreary conversation. Let's party. It's a grand opening.
And as you say that, you Tatiana actually, or sorry, not Tatiana, Amelia Locke comes up. And you see her beelining straight to the three of you. Tonight, her normal strawberry blonde hair has been dyed black. She's got black eyeshadow on, black lipstick, fingernails. She's gone full goth, though her outfit is still the same kind of outfit she normally wears, which is the haute couture 1950s kind of style outfit, but it's done in all black with black lace trim. You all look so serious. This is a grand opening. Am I interrupting something?
No, not at all. We were just finished. You look fantastic, Amelia.
I had to fit in.
Yeah.
You mean my death glare serious look doesn't fit in with the vibe?
Just the three of you sitting here with your heads together, just looking a bit gloomy. I know it's goth, but goth doesn't always mean gloomy. I mean, look.
For the record, I always look like this.
Poor boy. I'm surprised they take you anywhere.
It's the reason why you don't see him at many of these things.
That I would believe. You know I couldn't let you do your opening without being here.
Awesome.
Oh, of course not. I'm so glad you showed up.
I've got to write a piece on it, and that piece has got to get published and hopefully can help drag business here. It's all about the style section, and what bigger style is it than goth, right?
Oh.
So, what's the news? Come on. You know you got to share it with me. Any big stories for me to follow up on?
So immediately as she says that, he'll immediately look towards Jackie with that sort of look. It was just like, please don't. Like, not that he thinks she necessarily would, but considering the conversation they just had, it's sort of one of those instinctual, like...
Oh, no, she's not going to tell her anything about our coterie business.
Now, I haven't been to Elysian past few days, but I did hear we had Benway's shop burn.
Yes.
Then I also heard about Roscoe's shop got shot up and then burned.
Yes.
We had Miss Schutz's nice little restaurant, an attempted drive-by.
Yes.
And damn if you don't find out the pit has had just the worst luck.
It has.
These are all the things that's buzzing in the kindred ears around here.
Of course it is.
And you're the ones asking us for information. It sounds like you already know everything.
Well, I know bits and pieces. You should understand that part of what I do is gather up all the pieces, share some here, share some there, spread it around, get more info in return.
Some anarchs decided to fuck around. So they found out.
So you've kicked the hornet's nest.
They tried kicking first.
Is that what's pissed Jackson off? There's a lot of people asking that question, I got to tell you.
I think they've been kicked several times, not just by us.
True.
I think at this point it's more pouring molten lead into the anthill.
Yeah. I mean, really, I could probably give you a list of things that could have potentially pissed off Kevin.
Oh, I'm sure we've all got a long list of things that would piss him off. What was it?
He is highly temperamental at times.
What did Peterson say whenever someone said something about a list? Yeah, long list, long and distinguished like his Johnson.
Exactly.
That's how he would put it.
Yes, well,
He was a crass little shit sometimes.
Of course Peterson was.
But he embraced me, so I guess I thank him for that.
Well, he did have an eye for talent.
He had an eye for being a womanizer.
Funny how many men do.
He tried to seduce me when he found out that didn't work. Then he realized, hey, wait, she can actually think. Funny how that
Shocking,
works.
I know.
No. It's a different time, I guess.
Trust me, it still goes on.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. But, I'm always... You know what I do. I have to get all this info and spread it around.
Well, I know what else you need to do. You need to experience the club. So let's go dancing.
Yes, Mother. And she grins. You're stopping me from being the nosy bitch, but fine, we'll go dancing. Nicholas, you going to join us?
With an offer like that, how could I refuse?
This will make it to the style page.
Yeah, I imagine that as soon as Amelia asks and while Nick's responding, Isabella's dragging him to dance.
And as you all go to hit the dance floor, you're dancing a bit. Matthew comes and he's watching, but he's not jumping in because he's holding drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're dancing a bit on the floor, Isabella, I'm doing it already. Amelia drops all the business talk and all the snooping that she normally does, and she's just enjoying the dance. But all three of you begin to notice that one section of the crowd in the club, there's a cleared area that you don't expect, not sure why it would be cleared. One corner of your club, nobody seems to want to go and hang out in. And every once in a while, you catch someone whispering to their friend, pointing that direction, and somebody will shake their head, or you'll see somebody walk over there, but they don't spend much time there before they leave that corner and rejoin their group.
That's new.
Amelia doesn't seem to notice it at all. She's too busy dancing.
At that, Nicholas will sort of like pull Matthew into the dance and just like whisper to him, keep them company. And then Nicholas will sort of like slip out of it and move towards that part of the room.
Now, unlike Nicholas, Matthew can apparently dance. He's much better at it than Nicholas was as you moving to that side of the room. What are you doing, Nicholas?
I'm going to get to a point where obviously people are avoiding it. So when I feel that it's a safe enough vantage point to do so, I'm going to throw on Oblivion Sight.
Now, it's a relatively dark club. It's called Eternal Night. She doesn't have it brightly lit. What goth club would be brightly lit? So you're relatively safe to kick on Oblivion Sight. But you're going to need to roll, let me see here. Hang on. Move those over there. I don't need those yet. You need to roll wits. Let's use wits awareness again. You have to re-roll it because of what you're doing. Hidden objects does count, or concealed objects does count.
Okay.
Got 3 so far.
Four.
As you activate your eyes to see into the spirit realm, you can't quite get a finger on it, but there is something there. It's just you can't get a clear view of it. It seems to be doing a decent job of hiding itself.
But I can get a general sense of where it is.
It's
So
right in the center of the cleared area. And as you're watching, you see one of the people that were pointing, one of them goes over there and they put a glass on the table and then they step back and you watch as the glass moves about 6 inches. And then they grab the glass back up and run back over to their friends where they start whispering again.
So at that point, Nicholas will out loud just say, curious.
No response.
Yeah, at that point, Nicholas will walk back over towards the group. He'll drop Oblivion Sight as he turns around.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of like sidle up next to like Matthew as he's dancing, but then like looking at Jackie and more specifically Isabella. It seems you have a ghost problem.
Ooh, a haunted goth club. How that'd be good for their article.
Jackie turns over to look at that corner and she flips on Oblivion Sight.
Okay, you need to give me a wits awareness as well.
I'm going to search for it.
Okay. I already know what his role was for it.
Hang on, I'm going to willpower.
Okay. 4 so far.
Wow, 4.
Same as Nicholas Scott.
Yeah, so I don't see shit.
You see a hazy, you know there's something there, but you can't get a firm lock on what it is. It's not there when you're looking at it. It's like if you look away from it, it appears in the corner of your eye.
Then I'm going
Like,
to
not-
stare off a little bit and look at it through my peripheral.
Yeah, that's the only way you can tell something is there
Yeah, it's
for both of you.
and I lower the Oblivion sight and say, yeah, definitely there's something there.
Whatever it is particularly good at hiding.
I mean, I suppose that's for the best, given how populated this area is. Hate dealing with ghosts.
It might actually bring the value of the club up in the scene.
Right.
That's the only reason why I'm not asking you to do anything about it.
And you
Well,
all hear a glass
unfortunately-
break from that corner of the club, though.
Until I know who it is, I wouldn't be able to do much anyway.
Well, keeps going on breaking things. Cost me more money than it's making me. I guess depending on what it breaks. Isabella will go over and see what broke and how much damage has already been done.
There was a glass, just a tumbler. There's a couple people who seem to be pointing right at it. You can tell which group put the tumbler on the table by their reactions. It's almost as if they're daring the next one to put a glass on the table.
Isabella will set her glass on the table because she has one in her hand still.
As you approach, one of the people in that group, this is your place, isn't it?
Is my place.
Some great shit. I don't know how you did it, but the haunted thing over there, great trick. We put the glass down, it'll move. It just knocked it off the table. I've been looking, I don't see the table looks level. You're going to have to tell me how you did that trick.
I told you how I did it. That ruined the fun.
Oh,
All part of the magic. Besides, you have to keep coming back to figure it out.
Oh, I'm going to have to come back and figure it out. And as you're saying that, Isabella, you feel cold all the way up your spine all of a sudden. And the guy seems to shiver as well. Okay, now, that's got to be the AC. Got to be. And with you not responding, he looks at you again, and you see him wander back off to his friends. And you hear a voice whispering. You can't quite make out the words. You can't use heightened senses, because that would be a smaller problem of deafening yourself from the music. But you do catch someone whisper your name. That's the only part you could make out. It's very faint.
Is there like a... I guess it's my club, so I could probably just make this be a thing. But I'm kind of imagining that like off near the corner, there's like either like an exit or like a hallway, like a door that leads out. I just really feel like there's probably like several, like either where
Fire
bathrooms
code
are,
requires
yeah, exactly.
exits.
So probably go stand outside that exit or like the one that's like right near the area.
And when you go stand out there, at first there's nothing. And then the whispering starts again. This is my club. You took my idea. And it's just saying it over and over.
It wasn't my intention. I was hoping that if I did this, I can get more information on what happened to you.
You led her to me. It's your fault.
This happened after you called Sovereign. Keep that in mind too.
She told me you led her to me.
She'd tell you anything.
Or not. And that's as far as he gets before the voice fades away. It takes a lot to speak with the living. More unless
Isabella-
one's a Hakata.
Isabella probably takes stands up there for it takes a few deep breaths, a little bit, before she finally convinces herself to go back inside.
Okay. And you go back inside. And what did Nicholas and Jackie do after that?
Oh, after the song ended, Jackie grabbed her drink and sat down at a table, doing some people watching.
Okay. What did Nicholas do?
He would probably stay dancing a little bit longer, but kind of keeping an eye towards where Isabella disappeared to, just in case something happened.
You keep an eye on that before you finally take a break a second. Matthew keeps dancing with Amelia. He's having a good time.
Oh, that boy's gonna go all night long.
And you eventually see Isabella come back in.
Everything okay?
Figured out who it is. Raiden.
Did he have his hair?
I don't have your abilities, Nicholas. I don't fucking know.
That's fair. But why here?
It's his club. I stole his idea.
That could become problematic.
Yeah, think?
Um,
Looks like you'll be here helping a little bit more in the future.
when she mentions the thing about it being his club, can I check binding fetter?
There's no rouse check for it. But Jackie and Isabella both see your eyes get unfocused as you stare into the shroud and to feel the things that are linked to the other side. And you realize this whole building is a fetter.
And once his eyes become more focused, more normal, he'll look right over at Isabella. Well, this sure is interesting.
What?
This building is definitely important to someone, probably him. Like the way my sister's necklace was to her.
I understood that it was more the probably thing. Are there others you sense here?
I just know that the building is important. I don't necessarily know who it's important to. Deduction is that it's him, but could be someone else.
I mean, maybe we can work something out with him. It's still his building in a way, especially if it becomes known as being haunted by him.
Conveniently, they're always cooperative to a point, it would seem, when you threaten the things they love or obsess over. So, worst case, could always just threaten to burn it down. And at that, Nicholas will look colder than he probably has when it mentions dealing with spirits, because typically he's not a force them to do things. But definitely now putting two and two together, it seems that he's been getting colder since he let the necklace go.
How are you faring, Nick? Honestly.
PG. How do you think I'm doing?
I know not well. I mean more how are you handling it? These things have a way of not getting better if you just sit there and dwell. Even revenge is a better outlet than nothing.
Revenge will come. The great thing about being what we are, got time. Death comes for everyone.
Look forward to that then. Don't dwell too much on what's now, pain now. Focus on the then and what you'll get then.
And at that, like, Nicholas will disengage from the conversation and kind of go back towards Matthew.
As you get up and go, Jackie, based off your earlier wits awareness, you've been feeling someone was watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look, you've caught a face in the crowd at some point. It's off. It's not quite right. But it's very close, a very close approximation to your son's face when he was alive. It's not quite right. It's a little bit off.
Is Isabella at the table? Watch my drink. Someone's playing a game. And she gets up and walks over to the imposter.
As you need to roll, give me a Dex Athletics, please. As you're trying to maneuver through the crowd before they slip away. I will be rolling the same.
Hang on. Does acrobatics apply?
Sure, you can use your acrobatics to maneuver through a crowd. I mean, you're not doing like, cartwheels and flips over people, but you can use your natural acrobatics to.
And I'm going to willpower. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with a crit.
You manage to catch up to them right as they step into one of they jump down an employees only back room.
Mm-hmm.
And you catch them right as you see the door close as they went into the room.
Oh, I bust open the door.
And when you step into the room, roll something. My turn to roll again. Guess I need that one. This one. You step into a back storage room that's empty.
Oh, do come out.
There's no response.
Are you a coward?
I didn't get it right, did I?
No, you didn't.
Been a long time since I saw him. And hanging from the ceiling appears, well, it looks off. He's still looking exactly like your son. You know the voice. It's Andre's other child, Francis.
She slips into her perfect natural French. Francois, what are you doing?
I was enjoying a goth club, needed a disguise. So I put one.
Really? And staring at me the whole time?
I wasn't staring the whole time. Come on. But since you were here, I was checking to see what you were doing.
Enjoying my friend's opening night.
No, that's useful to know. You know, it's funny. Normally I can't come in a place like this, but when it's opening night, come on, everyone, welcome. I can walk right in. Tell your friend I'm sorry about the ceiling as he lets it go and falls down to the floor.
Why did you run?
Have you seen the look on your face when you were coming through the club? We don't need a scene. It'd be very upsetting if there was a scene here tonight.
Oh,
People
I
get hurt when
understand.
that happens.
Yes, they do. Please do not threaten me, Francois.
I wasn't threatening you. I was actually threatening the kind.
Yes, well, we're not going to have that.
Good, good. I think that works out for about all of us.
Indeed.
I was sent to make sure I keep an eye on you.
Really?
Keep an eye on things.
Really?
Well, of course. You still have business with Andre that is not resolved.
Oh, yes, his obsession. Yes, I know.
Potato, potato, right?
Please.
And you're intriguing. I'll give you that at least.
I've been called worse.
I'm sure. Before the end of it, I'll probably call you worse.
Well, Francois, if there was nothing really pertinent, you can go back to your sire and tell him I was just having a nice evening out on the town.
Oh, I'm sure I'll relay that. Unless I'm being kicked from the place.
I'm not going to kick you. Just don't try to wear my son's face.
I like this face. He's like a brother to me.
But he is my son.
Yeah. Is what it is. I happen to know you can't uninvite me from the place, so
I could put in a word and have you escorted out.
now you do that. If you're done, I'm going to go and enjoy myself in the club. And he doesn't change who he looks like as he walks right past you. And you realize, yeah, he got the eye shape a little wrong, the nose a little bit off. Wasn't quite as good as he could have done.
Jackie walks back to the table, picks up her drink, and downs it.
Everything all right?
Andre's other child is here, wearing a poor attempt at the face of my son.
Sorry to hear that.
Indeed. I just had to find out why he was here.
Any ideas? Did you figure that out?
He's watching me for his sire. I do not care.
You need me to do anything? Let me know.
Nah. After closing, plan to have a stop by my place.
Okay.
I'm going to ask everyone to come. I actually found out something earlier tonight at Elysia that I need to share with everyone.
And you're gonna hold me in suspense? How dare you? I understand, Jackie.
You love surprises, darling. Pleasant ones, at least.
I think I've had enough for tonight.
Yes, well, this one isn't terrible. It's just very intriguing.
Well, guess I'll find out later.
Indeed. Thank you so much for inviting me to your grand opening. I truly enjoyed myself, but I do have other things I need to take care of, darling.
Thanks for coming, Jackie.
Of course, and she leans in and gives Isabella a kiss on both cheeks and heads out.
And as you head out, do you hang around out front a bit before you drive away, or do you leave right away?
I wait for Etienne to get the car up.
And as you're waiting for Etienne to get the car out, Frances comes out, leans against the building, and just smiles at you.
She just,
Fancy running into you here, huh?
of course. I go out to many places.
Yeah, I've learned that about you. You have a good evening. I'm sure we will see each other again.
Try a different face next time.
I'll use many faces. It's fine. And then you see Etienne pull up in the car. Give Etienne my regards.
She doesn't say anything. She just gets in the car.
And as you get in the car, Etienne looks over. That's not him.
No, that is Francois, Andre's other child. He is still observing me for Andre.
Of course he is.
Yes.
Where are we heading, ma'am?
Home.
Yes, ma'am. I'll keep an eye to see if he's trying to follow us.
Thank you. She does send a text on the sat phone to everyone else asking them when they have a moment to swing by her place this evening.
And as you're heading out, Isabella and Nicholas, the rest of the night, after your little speak outside with him, Isabella, the coldness in that corner stops, the glass moving stops. And the rest of the night seems to go without hitch. You don't see any other kindred show up that you're aware of. You've got to build the clientele before they all start showing up. But you have a rather fun but uneventful rest of the evening. Emilio has been walking the crowd all night, though he is distracted about something. And anytime you've asked him, he won't. He says just dealing with opening night.
Can she tell that like he's still being evasive about it? Like, is it obvious or?
You've known him well enough that you know he's not being 100% truthful. He's evading the questions.
So you're taking advantage of the weakening bond.
I am doing what I have to keep you
Which
safe.
is
That's all that
which is
matters.
what?
Okay.
What do you need to do?
Now, tonight, I've got to make sure no troublemakers come at you from the shadows with wood. There's an awful lot of wood in this place.
Is the aesthetic, unfortunately.
Yes. We'll talk later. Don't worry.
You would tell me right? If something were wrong,
Of course.
visibly lying.
Based on your time with him, you don't think he's lying, but you're not sure he's being 100% truthful either. Trust me. I'll tell you about it when you wake up tomorrow. I promise.
You better, or there'll be hell to pay.
I promise you, I will make sure I tell you everything you need to know when you wake up. Enjoy your opening night.
Okay.
And you go about the rest of your opening night. Now we've got a flash too. Jenny and Roscoe. Roscoe, you've asked Jenny's help on a task. I'll turn it over as you two are in a vehicle together. Are you in Roscoe's new truck, Jenny's truck vehicle, or a random vehicle not assigned to either of you?
Let's take the random unassigned vehicle for 100.
You've gotten just a. I mean, Roscoe, you've got a herd. You borrowed a vehicle from one of the occult shop people. You have almost a little cult going there of your own. And you two are riding over to the pit. And I'm going to turn it over to you two to discuss the purpose for the trip.
Ballsy move, Roscoe. Let's take driving out there to the pit, you know. Or is there a point to this, or is it just I don't know. I don't think you're the type to go in mosh, so
No, just going to make a point. It's like, you know, you want to fuck around with this. Well, things happen. So don't.
all right. I'll let you handle the talking then. You've got that voice and that face that just people want to listen to, and if they decide that instead they want to punch it, then I will step in. So
Okay, fair enough.
you know, yeah. Besides, you asked me to come along. I don't want to hog all the fun. So
Oh, please hog away.
apparently apparently I'm a funless undead creature of the night. So yeah, I want to make sure you get to have some fun too.
You seem to have plenty of fun. I mean, not many kindred can turn from an owl into a bowling ball into I mean, that was pretty amazing. It must have been fun.
It's fine. Yeah, no, it'll be good. Like I said, I just want to make sure that everyone else, you know, is doing their thing. So I'll back you up how I need to.
Okay.
So
that works. Let's go to work.
Give me wits awareness for both of you, real quick. I just need a wits awareness on this trip. Roscoe doing a Roscoe tonight. Damn. Apparently Roscoe gave all the successes to Jenny. Roscoe has 1 success. Jenny has 8 with a crit. Jenny, as you all left Roscoe's shop, you notice and realize you are being followed tonight. Not by anything on the ground. You've caught glimpses of it just outside the light of the street lights. A large rock creature is flying far enough back to watch the vehicle, but not so far that it didn't get seen.
just so you're aware, Roscoe, I think your flying stone friend is following us. So
Really? I totally missed that.
oh yeah, no, it's up above like the street lights and stuff. So it's kind of what is it they call it, like because it's behind the light, it's harder to see a little bit because the light blinds you. So yeah.
Okay, well that's good to know. But I'm totally not surprised. It's part of the reason I have to go out and see the Anarchs tonight. We need to make a point to them that the Tremere are not to be messed with. That's my
Oh, shit. It's a message they need to hear because, yeah, while I appreciated the fun they allowed me to have, I would really appreciate not having to keep doing that every night after night, and having my employees being like, "What's the gunfire for? You know, why are we all in the kitchen?" So yeah, no, they're a bunch of children,
mhm.
and sometimes you just have to spank them, and if they don't like that, too fucking bad.
That's right.
But spanking their random shooters is absolutely pointless. So, I mean, it's fun, but it doesn't send the message to them that that they should be on their better behavior.
We need to make that point to them. So
As you get out to the pit, as you pull up out front, the front's boarded up, but the lights you can tell are on because the door still has light showing through it. So even though it's not open, it's obvious that people are there. The parking lot's mostly empty. There's 2 cars in the parking lot when you pull up.
well, if I had Ginny's strength, I'd kick the door down. Just to make a dramatic entrance, but that's not me. So we'll go in.
As you approach the door opens, and Genghis actually steps out.
Oh,
He
Genghis.
eyeballs you, eyeballs Jenny, shakes his head. Hello, beautiful. Roscoe.
What?
Wait, I thought I was the beautiful one.
I was gonna say, I thought you were talking to him.
No. I can't imagine what you're doing here. But given the state of things, I think I'm not going to be here. I'm going to go make myself busy.
Oh, are you sure? You should stay and watch. You can be our like impartial mediator.
Oh, no. I'm not impartial. I'm not nearly as pissed as the rest of them.
Oh,
What are they pissed about? I mean, what?
No, you
Wait,
killed
Buffy?
Duncan.
Yeah,
look.
well, he needed it.
Yes, he did. That's why I'm not pissed.
See, you're perfect to be impartial then.
No. Trust me, they've heard my position on the matter. I say you definitely did Baron Anita a favor.
That's right. See, so they should be happy.
She's not. I think I'm going to go to the strip club. I think that's the best place for me to be tonight.
All right,
You know
then.
what? I cannot fault you on that one. So,
And you see him walk over and he gets in a BMW that was parked there in the parking lot and drives off. And you see him as he drives past, he looks out the window one more time and shakes his head as he's driving past.
he's kind of a dingus, but he's not so bad.
No, seems to be on fairly decent behavior tonight.
Yeah, I think that's just because Isabella wasn't here for him to hit on. So,
And as you walk in, you see who you assume is Baron Anita from the descriptions, because none of y'all have met her in Baron role. Shaved head down one side, black hair. You have met Mal Davis. Her and Mal Davis are looking over, it looks like some sort of plans on the table, maybe a blueprint for the rebuild, as they're pointing at it. And when both of you walk in, Mal Davis is the first to notice you, and she just reaches over and touches the Baron's arm. And then the both of them get up and start walking towards you.
Okay. We'll walk towards them, square up.
And Baron Anita looks at you. Y'all got a lot of fucking balls coming in here.
Not really. It was pretty easy. Genghis let us in.
Of course he would. You think he runs shit other than his mouth? You go and kill one of ours, one of mine, and think you can just wander up in here?
No, we did.
You think you're going to wander back out?
Yeah.
That's awful confident.
Well, just hear me out for a second. Seems like we both taken a hit on both sides, but I want to make sure that it ends. Just forget your problems with us.
You
We did
took
what we
one of
had to do.
ours. We ain't taken one of yours yet.
Don't care. He had to go.
And Maldavis touches the Baron's arm, and the Baron looks over at her and steps back. Maldavis goes, "That was for us to deal with, not you."
We did anyway.
Might I suggest, if you ladies don't want people cleaning your messes up, maybe you should take that up with Benjamin, since he's the one who sold him out to us.
That little fucker, huh?
Oh, yes.
We'll deal with that as we can.
I'm sure he showed you his little movie of the whole event.
I didn't know it came from him.
Oh yeah. It was his drone.
You killed one of ours. Let's, you want to end the war?
No, it's already ended.
No, we're going to end the war. I want a blood tax.
That is not going to happen.
Well, you say that. We can just take it out of your ass.
You could. But then that wouldn't really be smart on your part, but then that's, well.
Jenny and Roscoe, the floor behind both Maldavis and Baron Anita is moving.
Moving how?
There's a ripple that is approaching them.
So you've messed with the wrong people, and I think it'd be best in your best interest to just give it up and let it go.
What you gonna do about it? And she says that soundlessly. The concrete shifts, and out of the floor stands about 9 foot tall of muscled looking stone with wings. It's just standing there. You can't stop us. Look,
Oh, I think we can.
you're fucking awful confident. You got balls and fucking arrogance, don't you?
Like I said, you messed with the wrong people, and we're telling you to stop. Just let it go.
Who's we? You and your friends?
My clan.
What clan? Tremere isn't shit anymore. They're broken.
Oh, you think? Look behind you.
Oh, really? You think I'm going to fall for that shit?
Yeah.
And this massive creature reaches out and just taps her on the shoulder. And Maldavis turns around, and suddenly, as soon as she sees it, both her and Baron Anita, they move to keep all of you in their eyeballs. What the fuck is that?
It's you don't really need to worry about that. It's let's just say it's Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, why not?
And the thing gets a wicked grin on its face as it's smiling with rather sharp, jagged fangs made of stone. At least it appears to be stone.
Is it necessary for us to give you another demonstration?
So you're behind this place wrecked.
You might say that.
And Maldavis looks over, and Baron Anita looks like she's ready to fight. But Maldavis a bit shrewder than her. Fine, we'll call it even. You got one of ours, we got one of yours. Tyrus for Duncan.
That's a little not exactly a good. I mean, I think we're losing out on that trade, but Tyrus was so much more than Duncan.
And you see the Baron edging over a little more, like she's trying to get a clear space to fight, until Maldavis's hand shoots out.
Where do you think you're going?
She's not well versed.
Oh shit, neither am I. If you want to dance, fuck it. We can dance.
I see you're not as stupid as I thought. It wasn't just the two of you. Fine. We'll end the war. Don't step foot in Anarch territory again.
That's agreeable. Unless of course we're tasked to by our leadership. You know, we may have to, but voluntarily, no, we will not.
And Maldavis looks like she's going to say something, and as she goes to open her mouth, the stone creature twitches its wings, and she stops speaking. Understood. Now, please call your attack statue off.
Wow. That's really rude. Dave has feelings and he is his own man.
Dave, how do you feel about that?
And the thing just looks, and there's a rumble, and it sounds like stones being rubbed together. Dave. Call Dave off.
Okay. I think we've made the point.
And the Baron Anita looks like she's still wanting to do something, but
You have something to say?
my mother said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay. Good words. Good wisdom there.
And Davis goes, we've reached an accord. Now, please leave our territory.
Agreed.
And as the two of you go to leave, Dave doesn't move at first. But when you go to reach the door, Dave looks at the ceiling and proceeds to jump through it. And you can hear him land on the roof. It is a sizable weight.
Oh, sorry about that.
Don't be sorry, Roscoe. Show strength.
That's right. Deal with it.
And you can tell Maldavis is fuming. But she's got it under control. Baron Anita is barely controlled rage. As you two head back out to the vehicle.
As they're going out the door, though, Ginny's following Roscoe. She's going to do like the to Anita.
And Anita looks like she's going to move, but again looks at the hole in the ceiling. It's not every day a gargoyle appears in your place, threatening to do bad things to you. Or actually, in his case, looking ominously at you. And as you two go out the front and get to the vehicle, the thing is perched on the roof of the building, and it just twitches its wings once and then launches itself skyward.
Good job, Roscoe.
Thanks, Jenny. That worked out a little bit better than I was expecting.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, see, you projected strength and you were very firm, and yeah, I dug it. If she wanted to like brawl, I mean, come on. Of course, I was gonna try and antagonize her to do it. I'm not gonna say no to a fight. Like, come on.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know how good I am in fights, but
look, I'm based on how the other ones act, how Maldavis was acting. I'm pretty sure she wasn't gonna do shit. It would have just been who I'm assuming that was the Baron. It'd probably be the Baron and I just sitting there, you know, brawling it out on the dance floor. So that would have been hot.
Yeah, it would have.
I would have bared out. She would have been brew hot out, and we would have just been like batting at each other and just, you know.
And it would have been the end of the pit. I mean, I'm sure it would have just gone down completely.
Oh, dang. See, that's kind of what, I'll be honest. I was kind of hoping that would happen, but you know, it's fine. It was still fun. It was enjoyable seeing you be Mr. I'm Roscoe Akers, agent of the Tremere, you know, doing your James Bond thing there. So,
I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull that off, but got lucky.
Dave was a great backup, but you were doing fantastic. So,
yes. Well, thanks. So, you want to go ahead?
No, I was just going to say they really are all bark and no bite.
Yeah.
They have to send brainwashed Kine after us. So,
now, see, now we do have one other thing to do. If you have the time to stick around, wouldn't mind going by Benway's shop just to see the damage we wrecked there too.
You know what? You know, rubs if it's a good night to rub salt in all the wounds possible. So sure, I mean I can do that. So,
all right, cool.
And when you go by Benway's shop, that place is burnt to the ground. It burned completely. The two buildings next to it are even damaged. Apparently, Emilio, being a firebug, means he's very good at doing just what he says and burning buildings down. Because he burned it. Doesn't look like any of the antiques survived.
Oh, well, you know, Jenny, this is kind of disappointing. I needed to go somewhere to restock my own store. Now I'm kind of stuck. Oh well.
Did you really want to restock it with his questionable wares?
Not really. No.
Yeah, good call. I told you I'd help you source materials. So yeah. I just need to reach out to my various vendors. So
okay. So we're walking around. Do I see anything that still remains that I can?
No, I mean, everything he had was burnt up in this place. The funny thing is, even with Jenny's 8 wits awareness roll, nobody seems to be watching the place tonight.
Nobody. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm assuming since it's well, concrete slab and ashes, they probably figured it wasn't worth sticking around here. So
I do look around to see, like, you know, I do wonder. I wonder what happened to Benway if he was here.
I mean, why don't you do that magic that you do?
Okay.
Come on, Roscoe. I mean, if we're gonna go out and we're gonna act like badasses, you may as well do something badass tonight. So
that's a fair point. All right, let me find a piece of rubble that's still intact, and I'll do my spirit's touch on it.
Okay. So you're gonna do an intelligence all specs. You'll need a rouse, but you can rouse first. 6. Your beast doesn't speak. You do not get hungrier. That's some of the luckiest you've gotten on rouse rolls in a while.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Intelligence plus all specs. You're seeking information on Benway. 5's pretty good. You gonna willpower that?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. As you delve back using your spirit's touch, the first thing that hits you is a large amount of negative energy washes across you that hits you as this place burned. Your guess, based on your background as an occultist and everything else, is those curses released a lot of fucked up shit when they got burned up. All the cursed items. That power went somewhere. But then you reach, before the place was fully engulfed, you can feel pain, searing pain. Doesn't actually burn you, but you feel the searing pain, the emotional residue of someone who got burned. Burned quite badly. But you don't feel they were burned until they died. They managed to get away.
Okay. Is that
That's
that
all you
Mick-
can get looking for information about Benway.
okay? Does any of that mix with my recent burning experience?
I mean, you know what the burning of fire felt like. It pretty that you guessed that person felt a little more fire pain than you did.
Okay. Well, fortunately, it looks like he probably did burn pretty bad, but it didn't take him all the way out. So he's still around somewhere.
Cockroaches be like that.
Yeah. But as a ex-contact, he may be a little dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, he was already dangerous before,
Well,
all this. So
I mean, he was like one of the genial Bond villains. Now he may just be mean.
so now he's gonna get the shark and the laser and the okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. If I see Benway, better kill him.
Yes.
As you all are leaving Benway's shop, you get a text on your sat phones from Jackie saying to meet up at her haven.
Okay. Hey, Jackie or Jenny, did you get that?
Yep.
Jackie. Okay. Well, let's head over to Jackie's.
Sounds good. Also, don't ever call a woman by another woman's name.
I'm sorry. I just had read it on the phone, and
I know, Roscoe.
memories.
I'm giving you shit because I don't think any of the other women in your life give you enough shit. So, because sure as hell isn't Samantha. So,
yeah.
She's still crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
And you all get in the car as you're debating the qualifications, I guess, for is she still crazy?
Yeah.
Is that a scale from 1 to 10?
It's a spectrum.
Yeah. It's an important discussion that we don't need to have on camera.
No.
But it's an important discussion to have.
Damn, that about broke me.
As you all have gathered at Jackie's Haven, we'll flash forward to everyone has arrived. And Etienne has offered anyone who wants a drink, he'd get you a drink, of course, because it's Etienne. He's always a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
As you all have gathered in Jackie's Haven.
Thank you all for coming this evening. I'm glad you had a good opening, Isabella.
Thank you. Me too. It was a bit last minute, but I needed it.
And my follower left right as I did. So sorry that happened.
I mean, it wasn't the only problem that came up, so don't even worry about it.
Just another night here in Chicago. Problems everywhere. I wanted to share something before I came to your opening tonight. I was at an Elysia event and heard some news that I wanted to share with all of you. There was an Elysia event held by Annabelle a few nights prior. Benway was there, and after he left, his guards turned on him and destroyed him. Then they turned on each other and killed each other.
Really?
Yes.
Like somebody getting rid of snitches before they can talk.
Or the madam took care of it after seeing Benway. Burn Sylvester's.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Do not get on the madam's bad side.
No.
I mean, it is
Agreed.
possible it might be Loden, but I don't think Loden would waste his SWAT members.
Benway is one thing, you're right, but the guards are another.
Right.
Well,
Because SWAT, while they are, in major precincts, they are not so easy to come by.
That would explain what happened when we went by Benway's tonight.
What was that?
Oh, we were out on after coming back from the pit. I
Okay,
stopped by-
wait. You all went to the pit?
Yes.
Wanted to dance.
Yeah, we had a great time.
You wanted to dance, but didn't come to my club opening?
I'm sorry.
You were
sorry.
busy.
There was
And-
the goth aesthetic and I do not mix very
Excuse me?
well. Yeah.
I
I'm sorry,
found it
I'm
quite
sorry.
enjoyable.
You made it abundantly clear I'm not allowed. I don't have any fun, so I figured I would go with Roscoe and we'd have the least amount of fun possible on a this evening.
What
so.
on earth?
Wait a second.
But then Roscoe and I had a ton of fun.
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
actually. I had a point to make to the
Mhm.
Anarchs.
Okay.
That they needed to end the war, and it needed to end now. And they needed to shut the hell up and not say another word.
Oh, I'm sure they took that well.
Oh, they did when my associate Dave showed up,
Dave?
the gargoyle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Literally, a gargoyle came into the pit.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Came up through the floor and was standing behind them. They didn't even know until I said, "Hey, look behind you."
And you named it Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, it was it seemed really funny at the time. It still
Yeah.
does.
It is hilarious.
All I know is Anita is dumb as the rubble that fell out of the hole in the ceiling of the pit, and yeah. So she really wanted to fight. I was really hoping she'd fight. Mal Davis has enough of a leash on her. So
Yeah, we reached an accord. They will not seek to take another one of ours.
Excellent.
No, I mean Dave felt he needed to make a quick exit, so he just jumped up and went up through the ceiling.
That just adds insult to injury.
Yeah, we liked it.
Excellent. Well, I imagine they don't want to see any of us in their turf.
No, and they told us never to come back into Anarch territory, and I said we wouldn't, unless, of course, we had official business, in which case we would do whatever we had to do.
Yes. Funny. Well, okay, so then you went to Benway's.
Yes, it is total rubble and char. It got burned, but apparently all those cursed objects had released a lot of energy when they burned themselves. So there was almost nothing at all left.
Oh my gosh.
Now I did check into what happened. I'm going to assume that it was Benway. He was there. He burned very badly, but did seem to make it, which you said
He was seen.
he was seen later at Elysia.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were there, Ginny just was able to see that there was no the SWAT surveillance he had. No one was there watching at all. No one.
Yeah. Well, the SWAT team is extinguished, and so is Benway.
It seems odd that they would turn on each other, unless it was set up that way to just get rid of any snitches.
No, I believe Jackie's point was accurate. The madam probably used her forces to possess them and force them to act.
Yep. And then destroy anyone who may remember anything.
Well, that's that taken care of.
Yes. And Isabella, your club is haunted, yes?
Yep, by none other than Brayden.
Oh, he's still around?
Seems so.
Huh. Well, was he happy to see
N-
you and his club?
No.
No.
Though I don't know what he's so upset about. Having a ghost in a goth club makes it that much better, and it's his
I-
ghost, so his legacy will live on and on and on.
I know, right?
He
I
doesn't
mean,
see it that way.
to me,
He's
it would
not
seem
yet.
like it'd make it that much cooler.
I agree. It
The people
definitely
were
fit the vibe.
people were really into it. So we'll see if we can keep him around. But
Oh,
speaking of ghosties who we can't keep around,
yes. It seems I was forgetful in sharing that the madam has my sister's necklace.
And thus
Volunteer-
has his sister.
Voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay.
So. I wanted to let you all know about Benway because I knew we were worried about the potential fallout of
Mhm.
everything going on there, and I wanted to let you know that he was no longer a worry.
Hey, well, that worked out great.
And thank you both for handling Anita and Mal Davis.
It was all Jenny.
No.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
It was fucking 007 Roscoe Akers over here. Man of fucking steel and action. So
It sounds to me like some of it might have been Dave.
Yeah, it really was.
oh no, Roscoe had it well in hand. And I'm not being sarcastic. Roscoe was doing amazing. And then Dave decided to leverage his own pressure. So
Do you believe that will satisfy douchebag over at the Chantry?
I think so.
Good,
I think the point was well made to not mess with the Tremere.
good. Yes, I would say so with a gargoyle. Mal Davis probably would have shit herself if she could. Oh my goodness. Oh,
oh, also, just so everyone's aware, I did sell Benjamin out to the Anarchs.
oh, excellent.
They weren't aware that he'd set up Duncan.
Hmm.
Or that he's the one who delivered he's the one who was produced the tape. So I let them, Roscoe and I double teamed that information bomb for them, but let them know that, yeah, if they had a problem with someone, they should take it up with him.
Excellent. And once word gets down to the Anarchs and Gary, they might not be willing to work with him anymore.
Damn shame.
Terrifying for him, I swear. Now, I'm sure he has other fucking tools. But yes, that will be a bit of a blow. Excellent work. Seriously. Isabella, are you all right, dear?
it's been a bit.
What can I do for you?
Nothing. I'll be fine.
All right. Well, I have nothing else. You are welcome to stay as long as you wish, but I have nothing else to share.
As tempting as that offer is, I think Matthew would kill me if I didn't come home.
He'd kill you because he wasn't invited.
Fair.
All right. Well, I'm going to head out before the orgy starts. So.
No, not tonight. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, thank God.
Well, you all have a lovely evening.
All right.
And as the coterie goes their separate ways and the sun rises, with the setting of the sun, Isabella, you awake. You're not a coffin type. You sleep in a bed. You're cultured. Laying on the pillow next to your bed is a note that's been tied with a piece of red silk. And before you read the note, we're going to go to break. So please, everybody, you want to know what's in the note? See you in 10 minutes and you'll find out. Enjoy the break.
Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, and that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins. The blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory. Let's King Demon, Queen of Hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator who can't remain the prey, you have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within. Do you feel within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? or do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, we had opening night at Isabella's club called Eternal Night, which, not gonna lie, I like the name of the club. That's a good name. Isabella found out the place is haunted. Jackie was stalked. And Nicholas, well, he got snitched on by Matthew. I'm sure there was a talk about that later that evening. And then Jenny and Roscoe went to go visit the Anarchs and have a civilized, as some people around here would say, conversation with the Anarchs, with the looming threat of Dave. But as we ended that half of the episode, Isabella had woken to a letter on the pillow beside her wrapped in a red ribbon. When you open the ribbon and pull the letter out, written in a script you recognize, it's definitely Emilio's handwriting. It says, "My dearest Isabella, for more than a century I've been a friend, co-conspirator, and faithful companion. The time we have spent together has been nothing short of the best years of my life. Know that what I have done this day is done out of my love for you and what you mean to me. I have set out tonight to put a stop to Amelia's plan to destroy you in the only way I know how, which is to offer myself as a replacement. I know this will hurt you, but I also know it is the best way to ensure your survival. I am and will always be yours, Emilio."
She rereads it a few times. And I imagine she like you can see that she's gonna about to start crying. Then she gets very angry. And you said she slept in a bed. I imagine she sleeps in a 4-poster bed because it's fucking Isabella. With a canopy. And she breaks it in just a fit of rage. And then she texts the group, it's we need to meet now. And then I guess she just says the club, since that's where we always meet.
And you all, the rest of you, get the text as you're still shaking the day's sleep from your system.
Etienne, get the car ready. I need to go to the club.
Yes, ma'am. He goes and pulls your vehicle
And Jackie gets
up
ready.
to the door.
And goes out.
Anyone taking special precautions other than your normal stuff?
Ginny's gonna have Evan drive her. That's her special precaution.
Okay.
Nicholas will take his bag because I imagine those kinds of messages in the past have always been shit's gonna go down. So he'll take his ritual bag, and then he'll also make sure to grab Bob Possum.
Okay. So you all head to the club. And Isabella is there first, driving at a high rate of speed as the rest of the coterie arrives. Now turn this over to the coterie.
What is it, Isabella?
And she reads the note out loud, her voice kind of shaking a little bit.
Damned fool. Where was this placed?
Next to my bed.
Well, we're going to need to go to where your bed is, darling, because Roscoe needs to be able to track him.
Right. Yep. And that's the best place to start.
I guess that makes sense then.
That's okay. I understand you are distressed. We'll find him.
We better.
I am going to head to the armory here.
Okay.
And get weapons.
What weapons?
All of them.
Okay. I know Lamar left. Who did he give that special gun to?
That was in the armory.
No, I thought he gave it to somebody as a gift.
Mm-mm. He didn't.
I thought he had.
Yeah, I want to say I think that he left to Jackie as just sort of like a make use of it
The
thing.
fire gun.
Okay, well
Yeah, I
then
wasn't sure if
Jackie
it was-
has it and she's going to take it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was Jackie or if it was
It's
given
Etienne.
to. Okay.
It might have been Etienne, but either way, it's going to be there.
Etienne looks over. Ma'am,
Yes.
can't believe I'm about to suggest this. I still have one of those daggers.
Understand, I do not want you in her path.
Ma'am, I don't know if I can follow that.
One ghoul in danger today is enough, Etienne.
If something happens to you, I'll kill you myself.
If something happens to me, there won't be anything of me left.
Oh, I'll find a way. Ma'am,
Braden found a way back.
And she literally touches his face. Do not be a fool like Emilio.
I won't, ma'am.
I am built for this. And she bags up weapons and ammunition, hands a couple bags over to Emilio.
And not Emilio. He's not there.
Not Emilio, Etienne.
Cool, we handed him to Emilio. That's good.
Etienne, sorry, Etienne.
You pulled a bill.
Oh, yeah.
Give something, Evan. Get something for yourself too. So, because he can help us with suppressive fire. I think you all called it. So,
Excellent.
Yeah, Nicholas will take a handgun and some extra ammunition since he's been training with Etienne to get better at it, to at least be semi-useful, and then like a bulletproof vest.
Evan grabs one of the drum-fed shotguns that Lamar had acquired.
Mm-hmm. And Jackie takes her office gun and looks at it, opens it to see how many.
There's 5 shots in it. It is a misshapen-looking weapon, though.
And she closes it back up.
Shooting what looks like shotgun shells, but not.
Mm-hmm. She looks at Etienne as they're taking bags to her car. I know I can't stop you if you decide to. But understand, if you fall, if I am able to, I will embrace you.
I will do as you request. But I think we should have a talk about your safety afterward.
All right.
I'll drive, though. I'll stay with the vehicle.
Isabella, would you like to ride with us?
Yes, I think it might just make sense for us all to drive together anyway.
Okay.
We can.
Yes, we can.
And then let's take the SUV, ma'am.
Yes.
And you all start loading up the SUV and head out towards Isabella's
Haven.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to let y'all have a scene in the vehicle where you can talk a bit as you're riding if you choose to. It's up to you all.
Well, I mean, most people would say we're loaded for bear, but I mean, well, we're loaded with bear.
We are loaded for La Sombra.
also, Isabella, I'm sorry I didn't make your opening. Yeah. I feel bad about that now with everything that's just happened in the last, like 30 minutes. So
Now you feel bad?
okay, I'm just my words poorly. Let's rewind that one. Look, sometimes things happen, and yeah, I'm just trying to apologize because I do feel bad about it, and I'm gonna make sure do everything I can in my power to help you tonight to make sure that we can kill Amelia and B save Emilio.
Thanks. It's fine.
Look, I'm not the speech giving type, so
I mean, even if you were, like, it honestly wouldn't matter. All I care about is just getting him back.
I get you. We all have a general idea of how you feel, so
And Evan always the one who doesn't read a room. I don't.
yes, Evan, just for right now.
Oh shit, sorry.
Jesus Christ, man.
Isabel, like, from the look at Isabella's face, it's very clear that she considers punching him in the moment.
And he actually looks embarrassed, but it's Evan. He's always had foot and mouth syndrome.
At that point, I feel like Nicholas would take Bob Possum and sit him like in between like the driver and the passenger and just tell him if he talks, bite him.
Evan looks down
At Roadkill Possum.
and looks at it, looks back at you, goes like he's going to talk, then looks back at it.
Do we
Oh,
know
no,
that they
like-
died?
The second he even goes to open his mouth, it does that like possum hiss.
And he just shakes his head and looks back out the window.
We don't know. It might have had rabies.
I was just gonna say.
With a tire track on it, but you might have had rabies.
I'm 85% certain it was a car. So maybe if the car had rabies.
Well, it's possible the possum did before it got hit.
That too.
She turns to Nick. She's like, "Thank you. I appreciate it."
And you arrive at Isabella's Haven, which is located above, but not in the main brew pub area. Now, do you go in or are you going to do it from outside? I mean, he had to walk through a door.
Outside. If he'll she'll tell everyone that I made a bit of a mess inside.
It's understandable. We can do it from out here. He had to come out this way.
So your first roll is Intelligence Blood Sorcery, Roscoe.
Mhm.
Don't forget your power bonus. And arouse if you choose to do it, or surge if you choose to do it. But remember, if you're all going to be assaulting this, you won't get a chance to top off your blood between now and when things start. Holy hell. That's a margin of 4, huh? With a crit. Okay. Oh, wait, no. It's difficulty +1 for the ritual, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So that's a margin of 5. So your difficulty is 1 on intelligence and survival. When the chips are down, apparently Roscoe is encouraged to do well. So intelligence survival with your tracking bonus, difficulty is 1. And afterwards you can do a rouse check. Now that's enough. You see, because you see the previous 24 hours, you see 2 lines that come from the building. One's heading towards the loop. One seems to be heading towards the medical district. Because he came here the night before. He came home from the opening of the goth club. So you would see a trail from that,
Mhm.
and then a new trail.
Yeah, I see 2 trails. One's coming, looks like coming from the loop. I guess that's where you guys were last night.
Yes.
And then the other one is heading down towards the medical district.
Let's follow that one. Instruct Etienne where to go.
Okay.
And the two of you go through the medical district. And when you get to the medical district, the path begins to meander up and down the streets, up and down the streets, up and down, as if he wasn't sure where he was going. But he wandered around. And then you see the line go to a giant warehouse of some kind. Appears to be an empty warehouse. And you don't see it coming out.
Okay. Well, it looks like it goes into that warehouse over there, and I don't see any exit coming and any trail coming out. So he must be in there.
Okay, let's go.
Are you grabbing anything other than the guns out of the truck?
I am also making sure I have my sword cane and I am wearing body armor.
I meant to say this earlier. So whenever, and it's okay if we can't go back and say it. It's kind of minor. Whenever we were at Isabella's Haven, I was gonna have her go inside and grab like Emilio's like favorite weapon or something like that he left behind.
Okay, well, it
If you
takes
left
10
any
minutes
behind.
for him to start
Yeah,
the
so
ritual.
you had time to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I was just saying, like, I forgot to say it earlier.
Okay.
At this point, I would send, or the plan is to send Bob in ahead. Like he has to stay within a certain amount of distance, but then that way, if I need to use him as recon, I can.
Okay. Yeah, his favorite weapon is a Benelli shotgun. Italian, of course. Of course.
Yeah, that's what she grabbed.
And so you're sending ahead your friend. Now, can you see through its eyes, or I don't remember?
So it can send or show me one image per scene, but I also have shared the senses, so I think technically I can look through his eyes.
Yeah, you
But
can
he
with
can-
share the
he-
senses.
Yeah, you can.
He can send me one. I think the way it reads it is one image per scene, but I can use that to look through his eyes.
So for you got to roll resolve all specs and a rouse check. Use sense or share the senses. And we'll see how you do.
Sorry, I was just looking. Yeah, it can broadcast a single image per scene
Yeah, but
once.
share the senses lets you keep going. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
Resolve all
it
specs
was
difficulty
resolve.
is 3.
So let me do my +1. Resolve.
Which is going to be really weird to see through dead eyes, but it's also a very Hakata thing to do.
Sorry, I'm having a Fantasy Grounds issue. It's not letting me. Oh, you got to do the Auspex thing first.
Yes.
That's right.
Weird, I know.
Because it doesn't have the dice.
Three, you got enough as you share and look through its eyes as it goes into the building. Now, you don't see the trail that Roscoe has led, but the interior of the warehouse appears to be empty. You don't see a thing in it. But as your possum moves around a bit, it finally finds in the back a stairwell leading down to the basements.
Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure that I see exactly what this is. Okay, so yeah, so he will convey all of that information to everybody while they're outside.
So, so no one in the top part of the warehouse for us to worry about.
So it can only go 100 yards, I think it is, away from me.
300 feet's more than enough for a warehouse.
Okay.
I mean, that's a lot for a warehouse.
So I mean, once we get to the, like, it gets to the stairwell, like, I'll have him go up, basically just try and get a sense of what's in the immediate vicinity versus the basement.
Okay, when you go up, have him go up. The up level of the stairwell is the catwalk where the offices are.
Mhm.
And a cursory check with your dead possum there doesn't show anything in it. It's totally empty.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, if nothing else, I would just, like, target or tap into, like, scent to see if he smells, like, any.
There is a smell of a deadness, but it's not there. It's coming from down the stairwell.
My guess is, so he would have probably been around Emilio.
Yeah,
Can he
you've seen
recognize
Emilio.
Emilio's scent?
I'm gonna have to roll for that. Let's see. With its dead nose, it's not quite as sharp as it was. You can't pick up Emilio's scent. If it's there, it's being hidden by the scent of dead thing.
Okay. Can't overpowering sense of something dead into the basement, but nothing upstairs, nothing. Wherever this went down to the basement. So I imagine that's where she took him, where he went looking for.
All right. I'm up. We're going to.
Because you're going against a kindred, I will assume you're grabbing stakes out of the
Of
vehicle
course.
too.
Of course.
Assume competence on that one. You
And
know
she,
you're going
and she
up.
has her magical sword cane.
Yep.
The one that doesn't break.
Roscoe, as you go in, you realize that the path, it moves around in a circular area around the entryway, and then it beelines straight back towards the stairway down.
Looks like he did looked around a little bit around here at the door, but then went straight down the stairs.
Jackie's going to peer at the stairs. Does it seem unnaturally dark there?
No, but there's no lights.
No,
Yeah, Nicholas at
we brought mag
Oblivion
lights.
Sight.
And I'll do Oblivion Sight as well.
Okay. And looking down the stairs with Oblivion Sight, you can see down there. The stairs go down. Looks to be a pile of something at the bottom of the stairs, but you can't see it from here until you go down the stairs.
All right, I'm going to rouse for toughness. And I will rouse for shatter.
Okay.
Good. Succeeded on both.
Nice and lucky.
Yep, and I will go down to see what the pile is.
Well, let's see what everyone else is doing real quick. What's everybody else doing?
While she's doing that, I'm trying to. Do I have time for to do vicissitude or no?
No, it's going to take you a bit long to do that.
I was like, she wouldn't have thought of it earlier, so none of that.
Now, for those that, we'll count as one scene from here into the Amelia until it's done.
Okay.
Whatever happens.
But then
So I
will
won't have to
rouse.
re-rouse.
Right, exactly. This is one big
That's-
scene.
That's for toughness.
Okay.
Would you all like me to advance forward unseen?
Yes.
Or All right. So Ginny's going to activate toughness, and she's going to activate unseen passage. So
And Roscoe roused for toughness as well.
and Ginny'll do the old. She'll walk around and she'll tap everybody once she's invisible, so they can sense that she's there. So
Okay. So as you are gathering to go down these stairs, I know someone's going to say it to Roscoe.
Roscoe,
Um,
can you check ahead, please?
I will. Yeah, I was just thinking maybe a good idea to do that.
So
Isabella will flick up Eyes of the Beast, though, so she can see.
you can see in the dark as well, because that works
Mhm.
well. Intelligence, all specs for you, Roscoe. You are the recon of the group, the full
Mhm.
recon. And then afterwards you can rouse, but you can roll it first. Either order works. Actually, Fantasy Grounds gives you the bad die ahead of time. Holy shit, 8. Messy crit on it. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm trying to see what we want to do.
Seriously, Roscoe, you're already at 4 hunger?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
He's just going
Swear
to
to
be the
God,
scout.
if you drink Emilio, I'll be pissed as fuck.
He's going to be the scout waiting up here. So
So
Yeah,
as you push out your supernatural senses, you get 8 questions.
Okay. Who else is in the building in the lower levels?
When you push out your senses and circle around, the building is empty. But as you go down the stairwell, you quickly come to a section of the basement that is pitch black. You are unable to see it all in it. So you can't see that. The pile at the bottom of the stairs is a pile of dead bodies. Your guess has been there for days. Well, some for days, some shorter than that. Somebody's just been leaving the corpses at the bottom of the stairwell.
Okay. Is the darkness confined to a specific area? I mean,
It is
as
a
if it was
wall. It is
unnaturally.
a straight line of darkness that begins in a hallway, and you can't see anything beyond it. And by a straight line, I mean straight line. You've seen this before. Lamar has done it before. Someone has thrown up the Stygian shroud to make it pitch black.
Okay. What's at the bottom of the stairs is a pile of bodies that's been accumulating for a few days. Also at the bottom, there is complete darkness. And from what I can tell, it's Stygian shroud that's been raised. I can't see through it. It's going down the hallway.
Now,
all right.
I'm going to give you, since it was a critical, you spend, and there's not many other questions you can readily honestly ask because of darkness. You spend a lot of time pushing and exploring the boundaries of the darkness. You find one pocket of a little dim light. And in that pocket of dim light, you see Emilio is hung by his feet upside down, hanging from the ceiling there.
Okay. I've tried pushing as far as I can, and I did find one small pocket of light, and Emilio is there. Now he is hung upside down by his feet. This is a trap.
Of course it is. The basement area. There's no rooms or anything, right?
goes down the stairs to a hallway.
A hallway.
That ends with a line of black.
Okay, so there's like this hallway, does it have doors or rooms or anything?
No, nothing to the sides.
Okay, so what Jackie's going to do is she is going to use her blood sorcery.
Okay.
Isabella's like visibly getting antsy because she just wants to go. Like she doesn't care for the trap. She has to save him.
What is Jackie using blood sorcery to do, by the way?
Sanguine illumination.
Remember the way that one works. You have to paint in the area. So you have to wait until you get down there to it and paint where you want the lights to appear. So you'll have to wait until you're in the darkness to do it.
Okay.
Okay, so just hold that until you get down in there.
Now, Isabella, from what I can tell, Emilio is alive, but his breathing is ragged.
All right, let's go.
He starts to walk, yeah.
And as you all head down the stairs and you reach the curtain of darkness, Jackie, you can see it through it. So can Isabella. So can actually everybody but Roscoe can see into it because Roscoe doesn't have a way to see. You can see it is shrouded, but you can see through it. There is a large open room up ahead. Wits awareness, please.
You can only surge one thing per scene, or does it replace it if you pick something else?
If you pick something else, it'll replace the first thing you searched.
Okay, but you can do it multiple times. It'll be replaced.
Yes, you can just keep replacing it. Yeah, as you push your body to surge other things. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You said-
so
Go ahead.
No, go. You go.
You said wits awareness.
Yep. Wits awareness. You can
Concealed
use concealed
objects.
objects, instincts, any of that works.
I got 5.
You got a 5.
Not the smartest, but she's gonna do it anyway. She's gonna surge. She's gonna surge for it.
Okay. 5 from Nicholas. 5 from Roscoe. A 5 from Isabella. Jesus. So everybody who got.
I'm gonna willpower that.
Okay, go ahead.
Not matter.
Okay. Ginny had 4, which is not enough. Roscoe, you can't see beyond it, but you got 5. So you can see at the edge of the field, Roscoe, there's a line in the ceiling. The rest of you can see there is a line in the ceiling. There's something up there. It's about 3 inches thick. A double set of lines. Based on your numbers, there's a metal slab or door above this hallway that can be used to close the hallway off. And you actually hear a voice echo from down the hallway. "Step into my parlor," said the spider to the fly. "It'd be a shame if our guest of honor is here alone."
Can I see her?
Nope. There's a lot of places she could hide because you can't see to the left and right as you enter the room. That's nothing.
Is there anything on the floors around the room?
Not that you can see.
Awful clean for an abandoned warehouse.
Come now. I would make him scream, but I'm afraid he doesn't have the voice for it.
Isabella's gonna go in shotgun already.
And Isabella storms up ahead. Who follows her?
I do want to surge before that because I guess going into like combat and this will carry over next time potentially. Or,
Okay.
Dex's guns, right?
Yes, Dex will be guns.
Yes, she'll surge Dex then.
You can use either composure or Dex. I allow you to use either one. One's
Dex.
about hand-eye, one's about calming and knowing how to steady your breathing and everything else.
Yep.
So who follows Isabella?
Oh, I do. And I have the roughest pistol
Okay.
and my sword cane, but I have the roughest pistol.
Who else follows? I need to know exactly who's following.
Nicholas will follow and ready the handgun that he has.
Okay.
Roscoe, knowing how hungry he is not going to follow.
Okay. Jenny?
What do the walls look like they're made out of? Is it just like concrete walls?
Yes.
Okay. Jenny's going to follow, but she's like kind of hanging back some since she's invisible, so.
Okay. And as you step down, Roscoe, you're outside. You can't even see in there, but you can see the metal plates slam down between you and the rest of your coterie as you're trapped on the other side as they have all entered Amelia's arena. And right here, everybody, we're actually going to end season 9, episode 9 of Windy City After Dark. Coterie has a fight ahead. Big fight. And this warehouse was clean because she's been planning to use this as her eventual kill zone for a while now. Things just got sped up from her timetable. I'd like to thank my players and you, the viewers. Second half was a little bit shorter than the first half. Well, a lot shorter than the first half, but we still hit our times. Don't worry. We're going to need that time for next episode because this fight is not going to be simple. Player vote. Everyone gets XP. And anyone who survives will probably get a bonus XP next time. Please join us on the Discord. Talk about this episode. Jump into Chi-Town chat. Seriously. Jump into this next episode or talk in Chi-Town chat. What you think's about to happen in this fight. You need to root them all. Give them some encouragement. Roscoe, you really unable to see in the pitch black of Stygian's Shroud. You really weren't going to be much help in the fight. Mm-hmm. Your help was getting here and scouting it out. You really can't see it. But you can try to find a way to get the barrier out of the way. There's got to be a way to lift it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because she can't walk through stone.
Or metal.
Or metal. And you can't shadow step a shadow you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So she can't step through it. So Roscoe's going to have things to do too. So join us on the Discord. Talk about what you think's about to happen. Some shit's going to go down. And will Emilio survive? He's alive. For now. You can't have bait without it being live bait's the best, right? I know, just crinkle your nose at me. Of course, you want to catch our back episodes? You want to see what led to this? Pop over to YouTube. Catch all the back episodes. They're in chat right now. On our YouTube, there's all the Windy City. Jesus, we're almost done 9 seasons, everybody. Can you believe that? All the werewolf, changeling, wraith, demon, Bluebeard's Bride, Monster Hearts, Nighthawks. Dear God, there's so much content. Seriously, just pop over to YouTube. Check out some shit. You want to see some amazing content creators? Here's one. There's one over there. The Ivy Raven and Mischievous Red. Pop over to the channel. Give them a follow. If you really feel like you want to help them out, everyone likes money. Give them a subscribe. Throw them some biddies. Speaking of biddies, you want to give something to the players. Bits and donations, they go to the player. Like that segue? Went right into it. Bits and donations don't go to the studio. They go to the players. It's so you, the viewers, can show your appreciation for everything they do. And of course, if you want to contribute to studio, subscribe here on Twitch. They'll take half. Pop over to KoFi. They don't take half. Or if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Hit the notification icon so you can get told when Shanky is not lazy and uploads the episodes. Demon, I seem to slack a bit compared to Windy City, but, comment on the videos, like them. It helps out on the searching. Merch. You want to get some Windy City merch, like these posters and all kinds of other shit. Pop over to our merch store. Get your merch. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife, who is ready to fuck some people up with a pistol that shoots fire.
And an unbreakable fucking sword cane.
With 10 health.
With 10 health and shatter. Yeah, I'm like, in Zoom chat, there was like, okay, who's going to take the punches? Oh, it's going to be Nicholas. And Nicholas posted that. And I'm like, and he's like, he told Roscoe to bring Dave. And I'm like, no, it's Jackie. 10 health plus shatter. She is your walking, sword guard. So
it's gonna be an interesting fight against an elder Lasama.
All right. So coming up over the next week, I'm just double checking something because I know we got notice today. Okay. Looking at our schedule. Okay. So coming up over the next week, we have on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, the season 2 finale of Demon the Fallen, The Road to Hell. Yo. That group of Fallen just annihilated a fucking compound of Faustians that were thinking they could rule over humans and using it as a faith breeding ground. So yeah, that got handled. And now we're going to deal with the fallout of that in the finale, leading into possibly season 3 later. So join us at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday for that. And then on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, Dr. Tiss is back with her miscreants that form up the London Esoteric Society. And they will be investigating sus-ass, old god freaking elder beings like Cthulhu himself. I don't know. They got all kinds of weird shit going on there in basically Victorian and Edwardian London. So please join them Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I guarantee it is a crazy ride with that crew because they are playing new characters now because all their characters before the time skip went insane.
They might even have guest player because I know
and they
Tiss
might even
has
have guest players.
a casting call for guests right now.
Yep, she's got an open casting call for guests. So
Speaking of casting calls,
we're not there yet. Sunday, join us for the season 9 finale of Windy City After Dark. 5 p.m. Eastern. Showdown with Amelia DiCarlo.
one way or another, that fight's going to be tragic somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Tragic
gonna
for Amelia
cry.
or tragic for
calling it
somebody
now.
else. You're going to cry?
I'm calling it now. I'm going to cry.
It's going to be tragic for somebody.
Yeah.
Question is who? And before I go into the outro of the other part, please join us on that Discord. I normally mention it when I mention Discord. I forgot to. We have 2 casting calls open. Tiss looking for guest players for Call of Cthulhu on Saturdays. And Zach
Scion.
Rules is going to be doing a Scion game
2
on
weeks.
Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
The game is scheduled to start March 21st on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to play Mage +1, because it's Mage at
You're
a new
playing
level.
demigods.
Yeah, demigods.
You think demons are OP?
Yeah.
Try being a demigod.
So check it out. Hop over. I've played in Bloodied Fields with Zach. He's a good player. He can run a game. Trust me, it's going to be a good show. So if you're interested in that, want to stream with us, want to be in our show with us, there you go. That's how you do it. And now I can go into, as always, everybody, mental health. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health and the mental health of others seriously. Check in on people around you, friends, family, loved ones, people that you haven't heard from for a while or even hear from often. Just make sure they're okay because one of the things a lot of people do who have mental health issues is they hide it behind a mask. Some are better than others at it, but a lot of people hide it behind a mask. And if you suffer from mental health issues, I want to say it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with saying you need help and admitting you need help. I need help from time to time. I have to fall back on my own support system. That's the way it is. But if you don't have a support system, in chat is a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get the support you need. There'll be professionals on the other end of the line who can talk you through whatever crisis you're going through and to help you out with that because seriously, it's important. Please take your mental health seriously. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife for her portion of the outro.
Y'all, I'm a nurse. Timber Brad here's a nurse too. Get your goddamn shots.
Yes, physical health and mental health.
Both go
Both are
together,
important.
hand in hand. Yeah, because as one goes, the other goes. And it doesn't matter which one. Please take care of yourself. Get your goddamn vaccines because COVID's still a thing. Okay? Still very much a thing. Flu is a nightmare this year. Yeah, RSV in kids is a nightmare this year. Seriously, measles. Yeah, that's back. Polio, that's back. Yeah. Next, we're going to hear probably smallpox is back. But yeah, so seriously, get your vaccines, y'all. Also, I know there's been a reported case in Texas of bird flu. They still are not completely certain yet if it is transmitting from human to human. But a human does have it. And as I find out more information, of course, I will share it with our community. So join us on Discord. But yeah, because if that is going to spread from human to human, that's going to be a nightmare. That is going to be a nightmare. But yeah. And enough of the health stuff because some of that can be very scary for folks, and I understand. Fuck the fascists everywhere. Fuck the GOP acting like goddamn toddlers during the State of the fucking Union. Calling the president a liar when he has fucking receipts that prove he was telling the truth and they are the motherfucking liars. The GOP is ethically bankrupt. Plain and simple. They are all extremely bought and paid for. They are completely ethically bankrupt. They don't give a flying fuck about American people. All they care about is their power and their fucking wealth. Oh yeah, and they racist as fuck. So, yeah. And literally, fuck Putin. Fuck Matt Gaetz thinking he's got the fucking balls to make sure that Putin withdraws from fucking Ukraine. Please, he ain't even got the balls to satisfy a grown-ass woman. That's why he goes for minors. And for real, fuck the Iranian government. It is a revolution over there. And they are murdering civilians, children. Yeah. All because they want human rights. That's it. They just want human rights. And fuck Ron DeSantis.
And our fuck list is getting long.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because, more people just keep getting on it. It's a shame that they aren't in, Windy City.
Long and distinguished.
Long and distinguished.
That's a callback.
Yes. But yes, seriously. Don't be an asshole. Don't be cruel to people. Literally, all these people that are on my shit list are cruel to people. Be kind. Being nice is performative. I am mean as hell, but I'm kind. Be kind. Care about other people. Care about yourself and other people. Because caring about other people doesn't take anything away from you. It adds to you. Said with love.
And as I thank my players and the viewers once again, and I close out the stream, remember everybody, trans rights are human rights. Good night, everybody.